in what can be described as probably the coolest, most popular way to travel. I am in it right now. This is the all-new 2023 Sequence 20J camper van. And this is a brand new floor plan. You are going to love the way it is decked out, from the seating options to the amenities, all the electronics. We're going to go over everything. The first thing I want to do is give us a little more headroom. It's not bad in here right now. I'm just over 6 feet. You have 75 inches of headroom, so I can easily walk from here. I can walk to the back. I can use the wet bath. I can access the couch, the bed, the sleeping area, the table, whatever it is. I can make my way to wherever I need to be, even up top. So let's go ahead and pop the SkyBunk. A couple of straps holding that down. There is a lock. You take the key, you put it in. 12 o'clock position is unlocked. Push it in, and then you just push up, and away it goes. Now you have the SkyBunk open. What's really nice about this, you have USB charging ports, you have reading lights, you have vents so you can get some ventilation in. Up top, you have a skylight that you can open up. You can take and pull the sunshade, you can pull the nightshade. So it's a great way to get a lot of natural light in here, and climbing up is real easy to do. You have your ladder right here. All right, you put the ladder up, you pop the top, climb your way. Sounds like kind of an 80s board game, doesn't it? Make your way to the top of the SkyBunk. And there you go. Just like that, now you are ready for sleeping under the stars. I love the SkyBunk. Now this is optional, and then when you're done, just fold the ladder and store it. We're just gonna store it in the wet bath right now, so it is out of the way. I have a couple other goodies in here as well that we will show you. So now we have our SkyBunk open. You have some nice storage right up here, all kinds of goodies up here, your privacy shades, your night shades. We'll talk about putting those on when we get to the back, when we do the outdoor tour. Your captain's chair swivel. So I want to talk about seating, because you might think, well, this is going to be maybe just for me. And there are a lot of people who choose to travel solo in a van. That's awesome. Good for you. A lot of people, a lot of couples like to travel in a van like this, and there is room for however you want to travel. So the captain's chair swivel, you had a couple people here. You have this table, which is great. So you have it swung like this. So now you're sitting here, maybe you're playing some cards, or you have it pulled over here. You're having a meal. You're doing a little work on your laptop right here, and you can get Wi-Fi wherever you happen to go, because this Sequence is equipped with the WineGuard Connect 2.0 4G hotspot and Wi-Fi extender. So no matter where you happen to travel, you can set up your own 4G hotspot or pull in nearby Wi-Fi signals. If you want to turn your Sequence into a hotspot, insert a SIM card from any carrier, get a data plan from there, get a data plan from WineGuard, however you want to choose it. You now have Wi-Fi wherever you happen to go. It's a hotspot. Pull in weak Wi-Fi signals, do a little work, update the socials, and when you have that hooked up, we'll talk about why it's important to have your Rapid Cam Plus hooked up to that signal, because tech is also part of the game. The other thing I really like about this table, if it's just in the way, over here you can just take and undo this latch and the whole thing will lift out. So you can adjust the height of it or just completely pull it out and stow it away, however you want to do it. We're going to take and slide this over here, and then I will slide this back. Ventilation is another question we get. A lot of people asking, well, what's the ventilation like on these vans? Do the windows open? Yes. Yes, they do. So we have a window that opens here, it snaps, and then you just take and you press, and then you open that, and then there's a screen, and we have one of those in the bedroom. You also have a screen for the front door. You have a screen for the back door, and if you have opened the vents in the SkyBunk, you have all that ventilation coming through here. Yes, you do have an air conditioner. You have an 11,000 BTU air conditioner. Will fire up when we get to Rapid Cam Plus. I'm going to hit on all the electronics before we step outside. Look at this cabinet. Beautiful curved Technoform cabinets. These are from Italy. You can store the shades for the windows in here. we'll pop one of these on there, just a magnet. We'll pop one of those on when we go out back, but whatever you need to store in here. And soft close hinges. What's nice about the Technoform cabinets is the company's been around for more than 50 years. They specialize in the marine and RV industry. So that means they are ready for the heat, the humidity, and the abuse that they could be given on a daily basis. So you have storage all along the top here, all along the side, closet space right over here, hanging space up top. Down below, you may want to use that for a pantry. You have a plug down below, a GFCI plug down below. You have more USB plugs here. You have another 110, and that takes us right into the kitchen. So let's talk about our kitchen here. Solid surface countertops, very nice amount of space in here. 2-burner gas cooktop. Turn it to light, press the button, and away she goes. You have to make sure your propane is on, and we're gonna do all the connections when we get outside. This does have a top. When you put the top down, lift up and then pull down. All right, so over here we have a working area. What I love about this is you have wireless charging for your phone over here in the kitchen, or if you want to plug in an iPad or another device to charge it, you have a couple of 110s. You even have a USB-A down there in case your phone does not support wireless charging, and then you push it down and it's out of the way. Nice sink right here. You have a solid surface cover for it. You can use this as a cutting board when you need more space. Microwave right up top, so however you want to prepare your meals, whether you want to fry them up in a pan, cook them in a microwave, you got all the cooking tools you need. And down below, your 12-volt fridge. So load that up with everything you need and you are set for an amazing adventure in your sequence. More storage right up above. Down below, 1, 2, 3 more drawers, and we are into our wet bath. So in the wet bath here, it's actually set up great for whatever you need, right? So you have a medicine cabinet up above for all the goods you need when you are in here with your shower. You do have your shower head. You do have your flip out sink, switches for your light and your fan, little cubby areas. And then I want to talk a little bit about the shower here, because when you're in a camper van, one of the things that you worry about when you're dry camping is filling up your gray tank. We are equipped with a shower miser. So what the shower miser is going to do, there's a valve. You turn the valve and then you turn on your hot water. And we'll talk about getting hot water with the Truma in a moment here. As that water starts to heat up, it's not going to come out and fill up your gray tank. There is a little blue disc in here, and when that blue disc turns to a bluish gray, you know your water's hot. You simply crack the valve. Now you have hot water and you haven't taken up extra room in your gray tank. It's a great water saving device when you are out dry camping. Have a cassette toilet in here, 4 3/4 gallons. We will show you how to empty that when we walk around back. Real easy to use though, because when here there's a blue switch. Fill the bowl with water, hit the blue button, fill it with water, and then there's a little, I guess, flush handle down below, and then when you're ready to empty it, we'll show you how to do that. Moving back, more closet space. Hanging space in here. There are also adjustable shelves. TV for some entertainment if you want to take in a movie. And now we are into our sofa sleeping area. So when it's set up in the sofa mode, right, you take your leg. All right, you have a leg, and then I have the tabletop stored in here as well. You just put those together, and now you have a great place to sit. Maybe you're doing a little work, maybe you're having a meal. Same sort of stuff you're doing up front, you're just doing back here. Then when you want to make this into a bed, you fold this cushion down, you put the tabletop right here, and you have a 74 by 71 sleeping area. So this van has everything you need, and what's really nice on days or nights where it's super hot, that AC is right here, and you can vent it or you can just choose all the air to dump on you, so you're going to stay nice and refreshed. More storage back here. In here is one of the screens I was talking about for ventilation. This is the screen for the back door. You have USB charging ports in the cabinets here. Nice and deep. Reading lights underneath, another window over here to get ventilation, and more storage over here. Cable, HDMI, 110, speakers, so all sorts of entertainment back here when you are ready to just kind of unwind inside your sequence. I know you're going to want to live outside, and there's a lot to do when we get outside. But one of the great things about getting to wherever it is you need to go is the drive. And what I love about the drive is what Ram has done with this new chassis. Oh my gosh, it is fantastic. The electronics have been updated. I want to start this baby up. This is, turn the AC off here, it's a little hot. And what's nice is everything is just brought up to speed. It looks fantastic here. So this is a Ram ProMaster 3500 XT. This is a window van. So when we get it in, the windows are already in it, so we're not taking and cutting into the steel. The windows are there, but our team comes in, this is just empty inside, and they install everything, absolutely everything that you see here, and they do an amazing job. Ram handles all the electronics. Okay, so under the hood of this beast, this is a great vehicle to put the hammer down. This is an upgraded 3.6 liter Pentastar V6. It's 276 horsepower and 250 pound-feet of torque. You have a 9-speed transmission, front wheel drive, 24 gallons of gas that you fill up right over here. We'll show you exactly where that is. Easy to drive in and out. A couple of things making that happen. You have standard electronically assisted electric power steering with a 36-foot turning diameter. You can get this thing into anywhere. You have an electronic parking brake. You have heated remote mirrors. You can fold those in with the touch of a button. One of my favorite features, rain sensing wipers. There's a little sensor up top, so when it senses rain, when you have your wipers set, they'll automatically turn on for you. All kinds of safety info in here inside of this dash too, where you can control things. Easy to see details. You have drowsy driver detection. You have intelligent speed assist, and that's great when you're exploring a new town. What that does is it picks up the speed limit signs, and it's going to show you the speed limit sign on the dash. That way you know what the posted speed is, and you are never guessing. You have forward collision warning with active braking. You have pedestrian cyclist emergency braking. You have blind spot monitoring. You have rear cross path detection. That's great when you are backing up. You do have a backup camera in here. Shows up in the display. You have the nice lines that follow you, so it's really easy to back into a parking spot. And tire pressure monitoring. You do have TPMS on this year, which is really nice. Quick spin through the dash here. Controls for your windows, your emergency start. There'll be on the... This does have lithium, and we'll talk about the lithium systems. There is an auto start button on some of these. We'll talk about how to use that. You have your cruise control over here. You have your lights, menus to scroll through the dash. You can kind of customize that. Over here, your 9-speed transmission with the tow haul mode. You have a couple of USB-A and USB-C charging ports, a 12-volt storage, hard buttons for your AC and your climate, and then the all-new Uconnect 5C with navigation. This setup is amazing. You can connect wirelessly. You can set up a couple of phones. Think of this kind of like your phone or your tablet, how you can customize and make this look how you want. The navigation is great. Sirius XM satellite radio, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. On top of the hard buttons, you can control your AC with the touchscreen on the radio. You have, oh my gosh, Sirius XM 360L, which is new. And that's if you like to listen to more podcasts, that type of thing, you can do that. Connect your phones, get some vehicle information. You can go through the apps that they have here, like Alexa. Yeah, you have Alexa in your sequence. That is pretty spectacular. Wireless charging, I love having the wireless charger. If your phone supports it, you just pop it in. You're connected wirelessly. The system will talk to you. You can press the speaker button and send the text back. It's really a great way to keep your eyes on the road, yet be productive at the same time. Cup holders and storage, it's a great setup in this Sequence 20J. Couple of things I want to talk about while we're over here, because we're going to get into the electronics. Right down here is your battery disconnect switch. When you turn this on, this will fire up all the 12-volt systems in your home, and you're going to want to turn that on and keep that on the entire time you are out enjoying. Up top, you ready? Because we got a lot of goodies to talk about. First, I want to talk about your Truma Eco Combi. This is going to provide you with your hot water and your furnace. The little flashing camper is how you set your thermostat. You can go anywhere between 40 degrees and 86 degrees. Next button over is for your hot water. You have Eco, that's 140. Hot's 144, and Boost is 148 degrees. That's the setting you want when you shower, if you like those nice hot showers. But when you set it to 148, it is going to turn your furnace off for that time. The other thing that I really love, where you can kind of combine the two, is setting a timer. So let's say that you like it to be a little cool in your camper van, but you'd like to wake up to a hot shower. You can set timers so the heat will turn down and the water will warm up, so it will be comfortable. And when you wake up, that water will be piping hot, and you have the shower miser in there as well. Vents, clock, settings, a couple other things, but that is the Truma. The next two items I want to talk about, you ready? Because you have the power of the reliable battery system in your sequence. So there are two choices for the reliable battery system. The standard setup, which we're in right now, is two 100 amp hour batteries for a total of 200 amp hours. And for cold weather camping, these do have internal heating pads. You can control and monitor those batteries with the Balmar display and the Mastervolt smart remote display. You have a 170 amp underhood generator to charge the batteries when the engine is running, whether you are idling or you are out on an exciting drive. And when you want more power, you have to option in the high power system. It's a 460 amp hour, 6,000 watt hour battery, 500 amps of continuous discharge, and that is easy to keep tabs on as well. That comes with the Mastervolt EasyView 5 display. You have a 280 amp underhood generator. Now this is designed to specifically charge lithium batteries. You also have auto engine start. It's going to kick in at 40% state of charge, get you up to 80% state of charge. To get it set, make sure that electronic parking brake is set. You need a quarter tank of gas. Close the hood if you're doing maintenance. That's it. All right, so both systems are going to give you a 12 volt, 3000 watt inverter. You have a 160 amp charger. That works on 15 amp plugs at home. 190 watts of solar on top. That's going to give you about 9 amps of charging, going to keep those batteries healthy for you. Now, both systems are going to power up all the 120 volt systems in your camper van, right? So whether you want to use the AC, the microwave, the outlets, so make sure that inverter is on when you're not plugged into shore power. And this is going to be really, really nice when it comes to charging. The inverter does not have to be on to charge those batteries. So we're talking shore power even when you're running the engine. And get this, the battery disconnect switch, which we showed you right there, that can be in the off position if you're plugged into shore power, and all you want to do is just charge the batteries, and that's a great option when you're getting ready to store your sequence. Now, these are easy to store if you can't stay plugged in. Make sure that battery's up to 100%, then turn off the safety relays in the back. You're good up to 13 below. Best bet, go out there every 3 months, check it, charge it back up to 100%. That's it. Easy peasy. That's a quick look at the reliable system. One more cool tech gadget to show you, that is right here. This is Rapid Camp Plus. This is going to be the brains of your lights and your climate in here. On the home screen, check your tank levels, turn on the lights, check your thermostat. Water pump, you're going to want your water pump on when you are dry camping, and when you are hooked to city water, you can turn that water pump off. Next button down, turn on the tank heaters. Check your tank levels. Next button down is to put out your awning. We'll do that when we head outside. Next button down below that, the thermometer, is your climate button. This is where you are going to turn on your air conditioner. Light button down there controls your lights, and when you pull up this screen, control your lights from this screen, there are dimmers. So there are certain lights that dim. Then you have the lightning bolt down here. This is going to give you the level of your coach battery, your chassis battery, check your propane tank, and then down below, we talked about that 190 watts of solar. You can monitor and check everything you need, your solar history, what's happening with your input, your output, right from here. And then we go down to our fans, and that is where you turn on the vent fan in the bathroom. Down below, we have some hard buttons. You can easily turn on the lights in your motorhome, 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is because this is an Android-based tablet, and it takes a few seconds to fire up. If you don't want to wait, hit those buttons, and over here with these two buttons in these pads, you can scroll through a couple of different menu items, and this is where you are going to take and pair your phone, because outside of the main screen, you can use your phone. And now when you connect to the cloud, you can control your lights and your climate from wherever you happen to be if you are not by your sequence. And when you are outside and you don't want to go in and touch one of the buttons for the lights or whatever, Just take your phone with you and you will be good to go. That is Rapid Camp Plus. What do you say we get ready to put out our awning and walk around the outside, because there's a lot of great features on the outside of the Sequence 20J. I'm going to show you how to hook this baby up because it is easy to use and you're going to love traveling in it. I know it's a little loud for a tour, but I wanted to show you real quick the rain sensing wipers, a quick demonstration. Sensor up there, they are in the auto position and they go on like that. So it's not exactly a new feature, it's making its way more mainstream. I just think it's really cool. Let me go ahead and kill the engine here. We'll finish the outside of the tour. Push button start. The way Ram did this front end was really nice. This actually comes off in 3 pieces, so if there is maintenance that needs to be done, 3 pieces, real easy to do. The headlights are up nice and high, nice and bright. You have your fog lights down below. It's a great driving machine. I love driving these vans because you can get them into regular spots. I needed some batteries for something before we shot this. We took this up to the store, parked it right into the regular spot, grabbed our batteries, and away we went. And now we have a video. There are the mirrors. You can control the upper and the bottom from inside. They are remote, they are heated, and they do fold in when you want them to. Nice solid running boards to help you get in and out of your 20J. We talked about and showed you the storage inside. I love the number on this. So your occupant and cargo carrying capacity, 1,654 pounds. Now that is in a van that is 21 feet, 1 inch in length. That's a lot of goodies you can carry inside. There's your battery disconnect switch. I want to take and do a couple of things for you. Screen here. We talked a little bit about the screen and how you get that nice ventilation there. It also takes and blocks out a lot of that harsh sunlight. So the sun is right here in our face today. And if you pull this and say you're doing a little bit of work inside, this would take and reduce that glare. Want even more sun blocking excitement? Let's go ahead and put out our Thule awning again. You can take and control that, put that out either through Rapid Camp, the main screen we showed you, or you can do that with your phone. What's nice about this awning is you have 2 ways to set that up. On the campsite, like you see right here, or right here, there are little hooks on the van and there are little latches on the end of the awning legs that you can put right in there, and so that will latch that to the side of the van. So wherever you're at, make the determination of how you want that set up. Look at that. Big, big windows on there. There's our SkyBunk up top. Back here, look at this. Blacked out the logos, give it a nice cool look. I like the charcoal paint on here. There's also silver and white, so you can get the sequence in your favorite color. I go between this charcoal. I love this, and you can really see the metal flake in there. It is really shiny. I like the white a lot as well, but you make up your mind. Back here, a couple of 110 plugs for some outdoor entertaining. Blow up the floaties when you're out getting ready. Maybe you're at that, maybe you're in West Virginia and you're gonna go do a float down one of the rivers. Blow those up right here. Exterior propane connection. Right here you can connect an exterior fire pit, an exterior grill, maybe a griddle, do some outdoor cooking. We will show you where to fill that up and turn that on, but that is where your exterior propane connection is. Have a bike rack, a Thule bike rack. What's really nice about this is this locks right here. Tom, can you zoom on in on this? There's a lock right there, and you unlock that, then you simply twist that and you pull that up. These are the frame locks, and you fold this down. All right, these adjust to fit your wheels, and then you lock these to the frame, and then you go ahead and lock those up. If you want to take and remove this completely, you can most certainly do that. As we work our way around, you know what, I talked about those privacy screens. They're right here, and you simply go ahead and throw them up. There we go, just like that. And they stick. So now you have privacy in here. You have storage nets down below. All your electronics are back here. There's the inverter we talked about. There's the main module for your Rapid Camp Plus. There is your transfer switch. I didn't mention, and I may as well do it now as we're looking at it, on this couch, when you have this in couch mode, seatbelts, so you can have passengers sit safely back here and with that AC up above, riding in comfort. 30 amp shore power cord. It is detachable, which is nice. You can store it wherever you like. We will hook that up when we go around, and an exterior hose. So that will plug right into here. You're going to want your water pump on to run this and then wash off. Maybe you brought something exciting along on this 3,500 pound hitch, and you can just rinse it off. Maybe you're traveling with your pets, give the dog a bath. But you do have a 3,500 pound hitch out back. You have a 4-pin connector. Remember, with your van, anything you tow, it's always your gross combined weight rating minus your gross vehicle weight. What you have left, that is how much you can tow. As we work our way around back here, there's our roof AC, there's the camera. The doors open nice and wide, so if you want to climb in through the back, you have a screen back here too. If you really want to just make this into a party place, you can do that. Over here, this comes off. This is a magnet, and this is going to be, it's a strong magnet, and I need to get back to the gym. It's going to attach your ladder to the side if you need to get on top and do a little roof maintenance. We already have one set up, so when we go over there, we can show you what that looks like, but that just strong magnet sticks. Let me shut this up, and we will head over to the business end of the sequence and hook up. There is the ladder we talked about. We have it all hooked up. Strong magnets. I showed you that. I know you're thinking, how did those guns not pull that ladder off with one pull? It's because it's super strong, so you can climb all the way up to the top here. We talked about the wind guard. This is the module you'll insert your SIM card to. If you need to do other maintenance up here, this is real easy to do. And what's really nice is, again, you can put this anywhere you want. And I'm going to take and move it back here, just out of the way. I refer to this as the business end of our sequence. A couple of things to show you over here. This is the exhaust for your Truma Eco Combi. Low point drain down here. Let's talk a little bit about our cassette toilet. It locks. Fold this down. Little handle here. This lifts right out, and then you take and you wheel it to where you are going to dump it. The handle kind of pops out here, right? And then all you have to do is take this, you unscrew this. I filled it up with water for a live demonstration. Look at that. And where you don't dump this at the campsite, wherever you are legally allowed to dump, and then you go ahead and you empty your tank, and then when you're done, pour that, you lock that back up. Real easy to use, super convenient. Capacity on this is 4 3/4 gallons. Capacity for your fresh water tank, that is going to be 25 gallons. This is where you're going to fill up your fresh water tank. Yes, this also has a lock on it. Hose inside. Fire up the water. When it comes out of here, starts to trickle out, that is how you know it is full. Put that back on, and then you can lock that back up with your key. City fill, use the same hose. Put that in, connect it, hook it up to your water source at the campsite, turn it on, and now you do not need to use your water pump because you are connected to city water. Since we're talking about all of this water, it's got to go somewhere when you're dry camping, right? Right down here in your gray tank. So we have a easy, convenient sewer hose. Look at that, it's already connected for. All you have to do is just take and run this over to the dump station, and you pull your handle and you have successfully drained your gray tank. That is a 20-gallon gray tank, and then that just folds conveniently up in there. Close it, and you're on your way. A couple more items of note over here. If you would like more than the 190 watts of solar, you can add additional panels right here. And again, these will be monitored on your Rapid Camp Plus. Want to connect a little cable at the campsite? Just a little bit of coax. Tie that into here. Tie it into your TV. We showed you where all that was, and now you are good to go. Want to connect some 30 amp shore power, give that reliable battery system a charge. Real easy. Just take your 30 amp shore power cord. It only goes in one way, and then you lock the cap and plug in at the campsite. Before you do, though, make sure that the breakers are off, then plug in, then turn the breakers on. When you have power, the light up top will show you you have 30 amps of juice to your sequence. I'm just going to get this out of the way so we can show you our propane tank. You're going to need this for your Truma Eco Combi. That runs off of propane. You're also going to need this if you want to use that exterior propane connection for the grill or the girdle, whatever you hook up to there. You're going to fill it up here, turn the switch on. That's it. Now you have propane. Fuel, we talked about capacities when we were inside. That fills up right here inside your door. Now the chairs swivel. I like to swivel the seats while the door is open. I find it makes it a little bit easier. And that's it. That is our Sequence 20J. It is the do everything, go anywhere camper van. You have a pop top, you have a fully featured kitchen, you have everything you need for great adventures. If you need more information, that's really easy to get to. Just head over to thormotorcoach.com. I'm Steve Duval. I appreciate you being with us today, and we will see you on the next tour.